Lanny, and this is going to be my most anticipated releases of 2016. My first book is going to be Passenger by Alexandra Bracken, and that's going to be the first in a trilogy where the main character is a time traveler, but she's also a violin prodigy. And though I'm going to read this book, it's not going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm freaking out about it, because though I loved her other trilogy, there were just a lot of times in the other series where it was just really slow and I couldn't continue reading it. The next book is going to be Stars Above by Marissa Meyer, and that's releasing on February 2nd. And this is going to be a lot of short stories set in the Lunar Chronicles world. And there's supposed to be more closure in this book than there was in Winter. So everyone needs a little bit more closure in books, because we all know that authors must suck at tying shoes, because they can never really tie everything together in the last book of a series. See what I did there? It was a pun. The next book is going to be The Glass Sword by Victoria Ayard, and that's releasing on February 9th. That's the second book of the Red Queen trilogy, and though I'm going to read it, I'm not that excited about it because I'm kind of sick of dystopians, and Red Queen seemed like something I had already read a million times before. And then we have another Veronica, but this time it's going to be Veronica Rossi, and then she's releasing Riders, which is the first in a series where the main character wants to be in the US Army, and then he dies, and then he becomes one of the 4 horsemen from that one picture. And for some reason, it just doesn't really sound that interesting to me, but I really enjoyed her other series, Under the Never Sky, so I am going to be picking up this one. And then on March 8th, Cassandra Clare is releasing a book called Lady Midnight, and it's going to be the first in the Dark Artifices series. I do not read Cassandra Clare, but it's because I don't love her freaking romance overshadowing the entire plot, and then that making the most important thing. But then other than that, her actual like stories and what's happening with the characters and the Shadowhunter world are really interesting. But the characters, they do annoy me. So I'm going to try again with Lady Midnight, and this time I'm going to be with the hype. Booyah! And then finally we have something that I'm actually very, very excited for, and it's going to be The Winter's Kiss by Marie Rakotsky, and that's releasing on March 29th. This is the final book in the Winter's trilogy, and if you haven't been on my channel that long, then you must know I freaking adore that trilogy more than life itself. Ooh, we're going on a roll, because the next book is actually another one that I'm also very excited for, and it's The Flamecaster by Cinda Williams Chima. It's releasing on April 5th, and this is going to be a world set in the Seven Realms trilogy, but it's going to be a couple years after the Seven Realms trilogy happened. It's going to be people's children, and it's going to be the same magic system, and going to be the same world, and I am so excited to dive right back in, because I missed that series so much. And it's called Shattered Realm series! Ooh, what happened? Guess what, guys? Third time's a try. We're going on another book that I'm super excited for, and that's going to be The Rose and the Dagger by Renee Audier, and that's going to be the second book of the Wrath and the Dawn trilogy. And if you didn't know, I also love that trilogy also. That is releasing May 3rd. Oh, and it's going to be a 4-time roll. It's going to be a square, and it's The Hidden Oracle by Rick Riordan, and this is going to be the first book in a 5-book series of the Trials of Apollo. This is also releasing on May 3rd, and I feel like Rick Riordan does this every year, where he releases a book on the same day as another of my favorite authors releases a book. This is not a coincidence, guys. But pretty much Apollo gets into a lot of poop with his dad Zeus, so then Zeus punishes Apollo by sending him to Earth as immortal. He does meet Percy Jackson. We better be getting some awesome haikus. And now we're just going to skip the entire month of June and July and go right to August, because in August 30th through Sabaa Tahir is going to be releasing the second book in the Ember and the Ashes series, A Torch Against the Wind. And I really enjoyed the Ember and the Ashes book, but for some reason it didn't really leave a lasting impression on me, so I'm not that super duper excited for it, even though she did kind of leave on a cliffhanger. And then we have another great book that I'm super excited for. It's going to be by Leigh Bardugo, and it's going to be the second book in the Six of Crows series, The Crooked Kingdom, on September 22nd. And after the ending of the Six of Crows, I just really want to see what happens next. And then on October 4th, we have The Hammer of Thor by Rick Riordan, which is the second book in the Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard trilogy. And I probably should have seen this coming, because when he mentioned the Hammer of Thor in the first book and how it was missing, I was like, oh well, they didn't find it, whatever, not a big plot device. But nope, it was a big plot device, because it was cover worthy, it was title worthy. But you know what wasn't title worthy? Annabeth in the Mark of Athena. What? And then this book, we don't even have a name for it, but it's going to be the third and final book in Marie Lu's series, The Young Elites. And it's also releasing in fall, because she releases in fall every single year, but I don't know anything about it. Like, there's no cover, there's no title. And finally, we have Heartless by Marissa Meyer, which is going to be another fairy tale retelling, but it's going to be of the Queen of Hearts, aka Alice in Wonderland. But it's going to be about a girl named Catherine who's supposed to marry the King of Hearts, but she doesn't want to, and she gets lovey-dovey with the Jester, but it's forbidden, so it's kind of like a forbidden romance, but then it's supposed to be really good because it's Marissa Meyer. As of right now, I think those are all the books that I'm excited for in 2016. So thank you so much for watching. Bye! But I'm probably not going to be sticking to those resolutions, so I can try to make them, but I'm not going to stick to them anyway, so I might as well not even make them. But one of my resolutions, and my only resolution right now, is going to be to read more. Okay.